There we go.
We live, baby. We
That's
are live,
right.
baby. We are live. We are live. Welcome back. Welcome back to another satisfying episode. Satisfying episode to the Family Barbecue. It's your boy, the CEO, B, and then you got to my right, to my right. I don't know how I look on y'all's, but to my right is Mister Who Loves Your Baby, Telly. Then you
How
know
y'all
who's below. The stove for the go, the nights for the Friday. It's Mr. Stokes today. We ain't got a different name today, so
No,
it's
you know
just
why?
Mr.
You know
Stokes.
why it's Mr. Stokes? Because I'm a grown man. That's why.
Are we being a grown man today?
Yeah, I'm a grown man. Grown man don't put nicknames. I'm a grown man today.
Oh, okay. That's fitting for what we get ready to talk about today. So that's
Yeah,
fitting. That's fitting.
since we got a shortage of grown men out here, I'm a grown man.
All right, we're gonna hit on it. We're gonna hit on it. But before we do that, we want everybody, all our fellow loved ones and all our family members that watch the show, please like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate all the love that you guys show for the family barbecue, that you show for Unhinged, and that you show for Endgame. And we just appreciate it. Boy, that donut look good. But
Hey,
before we get into anything else, man, we gonna bust out with the intro. Let some people file in. This is family talk. Let's discuss it. And we are live, baby. We are live.
Tell 'em I ain't mad if they ain't know. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good. Straight up, it's all good. Tell 'em it's all good. Tell 'em I ain't mad if they ain't know. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good.
Like I said, we live, baby. We live. Mike, Mr. Stokes, since you being a grown man today, I'm gonna follow a grown man today. So take it from him, my boy.
yo, first of all, hey man, how everybody doing this morning? You know what I'm saying? I asked everybody doing because you know, we got to get into the mental health check this morning. You know what I'm saying? Because
Let's do it.
how everybody doing? B, my brother, my hold on, B, E, CEO, the CEO.
Easy. Hey man, I'm doing good. Last week I was so saddened that I wasn't at the family barbecue last week, but I was due to I was being sick. But your boy is back in full effect. And sorry I left you your fellow boys on the show, but I am doing good today. I am on probably gonna give it a 9 today. I'm a little bit tired because I went to sleep a little bit late last night. So I'm gonna give it a 9. But by the end of the day, we'll definitely be on a 10.
Why you went to sleep so late?
Man, I was up playing video games, man. With
You
me
too?
being sick, yeah. With me being sick, man, and I ain't get to do nothing, man. I was up last night playing video games, so
Hey,
that's why.
listen, I had got a notification from Instagram that Call of Duty brought back that little small map called Shipment, and it had double points. I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
I was up on that all night." I think I leveled up like 7 guns last night, bro. All leveled up last night.
That's what's
And
up.
I turned around and looked over. I'm like, "Damn, this one. I didn't take my time. I got to do better."
Bro, yeah, I got to do better.
I had an intellectual conversation with a little 13-year-old white boy from Michigan. Yeah.
He needed to be in bed too.
Bro was up holding point. Bro was over there with that sniper rifle putting in word. We friends now. I put him on my list. We friends now. That's my word now.
That's what's up.
Shout
That's
out to
what's
you.
up.
Shout out to you, Chaddington or Chadington or whatever his name is. How you feeling this morning, my brother? Glad to have you back.
Hey man, glad to be back. Feel like forever since I saw y'all. Shoot, I'm doing about an 8 right now.
Okay, well,
Hopefully by the end of the day it's 10, but
I feel like after you and Brandon get some breakfast, y'all be close. Y'all be 10s.
That's probably where I'm gonna be at, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
once
what
I get that
what it
breakfast.
is.
Hey, what chef, doctor, nurse cooking today?
Nothing today. She cooking nothing today. We going to a parents' house today for Christmas. We're gonna do it early.
Oh, okay.
Going over her house, yeah.
What y'all got for Christmas?
Oh, I don't know what I got for Christmas.
Oh, hey, let's just say I might have some insight on what some people got for Christmas. No.
Oh yeah.
I might have a little insight of what some people got, but that's all I can
Were
say.
were you contacted about anything?
Huh? No.
Okay.
No, I just know I got a little insight. I ain't say y'all. I ain't say y'all. Look at y'all. Look at you being nosy. Look at me.
Hey, I'm making sure.
He was about to start hitting you with the questions.
I was about to cover all my bases.
Hey, B was finna be like, hey, we'll talk after the show.
Yep.
No, I honestly, my house is the place to hide gifts, so I'm hiding all the gifts right now.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm sitting up here like, boy, like I'm Santa Claus right now. I'm dropping them off later on this week, but I got the insight on a couple things on a couple people's.
That's what's up. I can't wait for Christmas, man. For Christmas is my favorite time of the year, man.
Oh, let me tell you let me tell you how dirty I am, right? Let me show y'all this right quick. Right? So when people tell me, because I told you I'm like Uncle Jody is the best, right? My niece say, right? My baby say she wanted some Play-Doh sand. And my sister was like, please don't get her no Play-Doh sand. I was like, but she said she wanted it. That's what all. That's we tight. So
Play-Doh sand.
Hey, I don't give a damn what you talking about. She say she want sand, she get sand.
Long as you ain't got to deal with it.
Hey, right? This sounded like a real you problem today, don't it?
Yep, that's all it is. That's all on sis. That's all on sis problem. Hey, we apologize, sis, for his ignorance. We do.
Oh man,
you knew what you was when you told me you didn't want me to buy it. Nothing. Went out looking for it.
Oh my god, man, that's good. Let's keep going.
But I'm gonna say I'm like everybody else. I'm on a 9. You know what I'm saying? When I get off the show and get him some breakfast, I'll probably be on 10, just like everybody else. So we on 9. So we got any news? We got news with Coach A, but Coach A ain't here. Anybody got any news?
Shout out to Coach A, but I don't think we got any breaking news today. But shout out to Coach A. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Jimmy, our chef, Jimbo. And shout out to Cree, our first lady. Make sure we shout y'all out before we get going.
Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where they at.
Just keep going.
Oh Lord, they at today. I ain't got no special to make today. So listen, man. Listen. So no news with Coach A. So we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna jump into today's toxic. So I was kind of stumbling across. I know it's something that we kind of touched on, talked about, we kind of flirted with a little bit. But like honestly though, is toxic masculinity a real thing? Or is it like a phrase made up to destroy the infrastructure of like the modern male? Because it seems like we're getting all these feminine behind men calling themselves men. And the moment you say, oh, you gotta be a man, you be in toxic masculinity. So like we're gonna discuss it today. Like what so the first question of the day is like, what's your definition of the phrase toxic masculinity? When you hear toxic masculinity,
I like to think that it's a phrase that was made up to upset a man. Let's just say that. I think it was made to upset a man. Now, why it was made, that I don't know. I don't know. But my opinion is that it was made to upset a man. It was made to degrade what people were or are saying what a man is. So, so that should be our second question. Do we actually know what a real man is? What is our definition of real men? When you throw out that word toxic masculinity, I kind of frown at it. Where do we come to a point where we got to start putting out what others are doing? And when I say others, I mean talking about men. When you putting out what others are doing that really ain't man type tactics. So, I mean, basically that's my question. What is our definition of a man? And then if we can get that definition of a man and our opinions of what that definition is, toxic masculinity shouldn't even be a forethought. You know what I mean? So that's what I got when it comes to that.
I love it. Telly, what you got for me?
There's no such thing. That's the thing. It was made up to attack the norm of what a man is, actually. Because when you look at it, because really they don't talk about it anymore. They used to. What was that? Sometime last year, it was at the height, and that's all you kept hearing: toxic masculinity, toxic this, toxic mask, toxic mask, toxic mask. They even had a commercial about it. But now you don't even hear it anymore. That's how you know it was made up. Because I don't see any change in overall behavior, and no one brings it up. I mean, they wanted to attack, and when I say they, I like to think they are a concerted effort between feminists and very soft dudes. Dudes who, felt less than around certain cats. Them, you seen them in high school, little soft dudes, They walk in a room and there's a room full of dudes who are just guys, being guys. I guess you say the alpha males. And, they get intimidated by that. You never once came off and said, hey, I'm an alpha, this is my domain. You just, hanging. Others will perceive you as an alpha and get intimidated by that. And that's crazy. Like, I never said I was an alpha anything. I'm just who I am and being who I am. Yeah. I'm not trying to, impose any type of thing on anyone. But these guys that's intimidated by me for whatever reason, I don't know.
And then they put a title on it, toxic masculinity.
Yeah, they put a title on it. Most of the days they put a title on anything just to shame you and for somehow to try to control you and to make sure you don't exude certain behaviors. Like, what the hell? So, yeah, I don't really even see any examples of toxic masculinity. The ones that they gave, I'm sitting up here like, it's not toxic masculinity. That's dude just being an asshole. Like, dude being a jerk. I'm like, how can masculinity be toxic? If you're a man and you masculine, how can that be toxic? That's just who you are. So that's why I said when you hear toxic masculinity, that was made by some soft dudes. For real. It really was to me. Like, you're just soft, man. Just like, it is what it is. I mean, if you're soft, you're soft. Shit. Toughen up, G. Shit.
So listen, right? I'm gonna hit you from a different perspective because I've been like, you know what I'm saying, I've been on some different perspective. I've been reading, I've been doing my little reading this month. So I've been on a different perspective on a lot of things. Hear me out. I understand what you two are saying, and I completely agree. Like there has been like a dip in like manhood, right? But from a perspective where I'm coming from, I think that toxic masculinity has gotten to a point where like men are not taking care of themselves in the sake of being a man. Because it's like we do have to do more opening up. We do have to do more expressing ourselves because we bottle a lot of stuff in. And so when you bottle a lot of stuff in and you raise your blood pressure and stress yourself out, I think that is a small sign of like you're being toxic masculinity because you feel like I'm a man, I ain't got to do that. But it's just like you slowly like killing yourself. And things like the one dude from the Ellen DeGeneres show, Twitch, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He you know, recently passed away due to suicide. You know, prayers out to his family and friends and everybody over there on that side. But it's just like, do you kind of think like maybe if you could just open up, you know what I'm saying, about what's going on, you wouldn't have had to feel the weight of whatever you felt to a point where you kind of did what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's a that's a that is one aspect of toxic masculinity that I do kind of agree with. It's like as men, we have to start being more a little bit more expressive to where we can be like, hey, look, this is something that's on my chest and it's bothering me, and talk to you about it. Especially people who have significant other. You know what I'm saying? Like Brandon soon to be married, Tully married. You know what I'm saying? It's like you shouldn't be in a place where y'all bottled up because you had somebody right there, you know what I'm saying, to talk to you, talk to body. You know what I'm saying? It's like you chose this person. I wanted to be you my wife. You know what I'm saying? What was it? Last Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Last Christmas, you woke up. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, Sam, I didn't know he was proposing before you did. Yes, I did. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I did. He sent us the ring and everything, girl. We knew. Hey, even when she posted it, I was so surprised. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Surprised, like I ain't have a clue. So, you know what I'm saying? You can look at Sam and say, hey, this is somebody, you know what I'm saying, that I can talk to. And so I think that's what we had to get to so B can like open up and Tully can open up. Everybody knew before me. Sam, that's the point.
Right, that's what I'm thinking, like,
that's the point, Sam.
point.
It's an engagement surprise. You wasn't supposed to know till he got on there and asked the question. So I think that's an aspect of it that we need to make sure that we look in far as like, you know, toxic masculinity, right? It's just like making sure we take care of ourselves internally. Now, I'm about to agree with y'all on this. On the outside, yeah, I can't stand it sometimes because like I be dogging it. Like I be like, bruh, you don't know how to change the tire? And people be like, oh, you just being toxic masculinity. No, I'm not. Shut the hell up. I'm being a man. Ain't no reason why
that's what
man should know how.
That's what Telly talk about though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
That's
agreeing with what Telly. I'm agreeing with what you and
Yeah.
Telly said. There's a point where it's just like there's sometimes you should be a man. Like I'd be damn. You know what I'm saying? It's just some stuff men do. Like
Just basic stuff.
I just had a conversation, right, with my nephew, and he was like, I think I seen a lizard. And I was like, no, we finna have a conversation. I said, you are a boy, all right, and you about to be 12, and next year you'll be 13. You growing into your manhood. We are not doing this sensitive ass millennial boy shit where boys are scared of lizards and frogs. Like, who the hell's supposed to get the shit out of the house if you get in the house and you got a girl? How you and your girl scared of frogs now? Like, boy, stop it. I said, bro, go get the damn lizard out the house and stop it. Like I told him, like this, we not doing this. We not raising no bitch. Go get the damn lizard. You a fool.
So let me ask you this, because the people that use that word toxic masculinity is going to ask this question. Isn't it okay? And this is not me. This is not my opinion. But so
right.
I'm totally agree with you before you even ask the question. But go ahead.
I totally agree with you what you just said. But isn't it okay if a boy is scared to touch a lizard, or isn't it okay if a boy doesn't know how to change a tire? Isn't it okay if a boy doesn't know how to take a car to go get the maintenance done on it, or a boy doesn't know how to fix a cabinet in the kitchen, or a boy doesn't know how to hang up lights on a house, isn't that okay? Because they don't have to do that.
No, it's not okay. I don't know why.
And I totally agree with you. But you got those people that's going to ask that question. You got those people, especially the millennial people,
Right.
that's going to say that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes walking around here 16, 17 years old that don't know how to change no tire. You know
Don't
what I
even know
mean?
don't even know how to do the pattern to cut the grass. Like, come on, bro.
Right. Right.
Chris,
Don't even know how to. Yeah,
Chris said,
so
why can't man have a fear? We can have a fear. We have a fear of getting.
no, we're not saying you can't have no fear. You can't. You can have a fear. Honestly, I don't. I fear only one being. Let me just get that straight right now. I only fear one being. I only fear God. But it's okay to be intimidated by something. Yes, it's okay to have like a feeling about something. However, I don't feel like it's okay for dudes to be walking around here not knowing how to change tires. For dudes walking around here don't know how to mow grass. You know what I'm saying? For dudes walking around here that don't know how to wash a car for their female or clean it for their female.
Bro,
You know
the
what I'm
fact that
saying?
you can't even you pop a hood and engine and you can't even find the dipstick or the place to put oil at. It's like,
That
come on,
part.
I'm not asking
Like-
you to be a mechanic. I'm asking you to look and pay attention to the little cap that says oil and the cap that says window washing fluid. I know what the little signal look like for window washing fluid. I'm not asking you to be a mechanic because I'm not a mechanic, but I know how to, you know what I'm saying? I know how to put oil in my car. I know how to check it. I know how to take the battery
Hey, Chris,
out.
you're right. You're right, Chris. This is a very good point. What if they weren't taught? That's where us and our generation has to teach our children these things. You know what I mean? When we out there on these cars, or it's not just about cars. It's gonna be something totally different as
But
well.
that's the
We're
problem,
just
though.
using
It's like
cars
they're
as the
not
example.
taught this, and then they grow up, and it's like there's no urge to learn it. You know what I'm saying? It's like literally, we've seen the pictures where the girl be out there changing her own tire with her nigga standing up. It's just like, bro, there's no urge to be more manlier than you're being. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes out here more worried about, you know what I'm saying, their hair than they are, you know what I'm saying, learning how to do basic stuff. And that's my biggest issue.
On YouTube.
Well,
Yeah, YouTube is a teacher too. What's your shit? YouTube is a teacher too.
the social construct has flipped itself. You gotta let's think about this, because you got a lot of females running around here when they speak to men now. What is it? Hey, bruh, bro, hold on, you're a female. Cut that. That irks me to death. I was on Facebook last night having a discussion. Right, having a discussion. This chick gonna call me bro, and I was gonna snap on her like, don't call me bro, man. I ain't your bro. First of all,
I ain't your brother. Yeah.
right, man. Look here. No, but you hear that? It's like, when did this start? I'm like, I don't hear any dudes going around saying, girl, well, you know, there's a certain population, but we ain't gonna touch that.
We're not gonna touch that today.
We're not gonna touch that. But I'm just saying overall, you don't hear dudes going around saying that. Women, the majority today seem to have, you know, they want to exhibit masculine traits. You know, it's like, what's going on here? What happened to the femininity? It's okay to be feminine, you know. What happened to that? Femininity is sexy.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened to it. You got these women out here. Xavier killed the buck.
Hey, I got my boy right. He ain't supposed to be scared of no bugs.
Hey, why does that not surprise me? Xavier the type that be like, you got a line in the house? I get it.
that part.
Xavier strike me the type like, I don't give a damn what it is. You need me to get it, I'm gonna get it. It's out of here.
That's how he is, man. That's how he is.
But, like,
and that's because he's being taught. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to Chris's answer. Well, you know, what if they don't know? They have to be taught. I go around here and showing these kids on what to do and what not to do. They see what I do. It's not even about me even saying something sometimes. They see what I do around the house and what my role is around the house. Something broke in the kitchen or in the bathroom. they know it's me to go get it done. Not to say that Sam can't do it, because she know how to do it just as much as me, but she enjoy it when I do it. It's my role in the house. I play my role. I play my position as a man in the house. And these men these days don't do that.
That's true.
My bad for cutting you off, though. My bad.
No, you good. But like, here's the thing, though, right? I think a lot of the reason, and I'm not defending it, I'm just giving you an example. If I talk to women, a lot of women feel like they have to take that masculine role because they, first of all, the niggas in their life don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like women will, and that's a part of women too. It's like, baby, you need to do a better vetting process of the niggas you date, because you be out here having kids with these dudes that's raised by their mamas and they ain't got a masculine trait in their body. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying it over and over. Stop messing with these dudes that are grown versions of their mama. Okay? They're grown versions of their mama. Dudes out here more emotional and sassy than you are, because he ain't been around his mama all his life. And that's what happens. You have a bunch of dudes who get out there and they get to this point in their life where it's just like, I am who I am, and that's okay. And it's just like, yeah, but you act like a female. You know what I'm saying? Like, your girl get an attitude and you get one right behind her. Like, that's kind of female stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a dude, it's like, my girl mad. It's like, I ain't mad. I'm annoyed that you mad. Nah, I'm like, here you go. We finna start this shit today, huh? You know what I'm saying? It'd be something like that. But it's like, I'm not emotionally moved. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes out here that be in a bad mood. Like, you wake up in a bad mood. Like, how you wake up in a bad mood? I got dudes that don't know where they want to go eat. Hey, what you want to eat? I don't know. I'm hungry though. And I was like, I stopped.
Real talk. I be like that all the time. I be hungry, but I don't know what to eat, bro.
But I tell you what, as a man, you like, if Sam was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Wendy's. In your mind, you like, okay, it's something on that menu that I'm gonna order since I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
You got men that ain't gonna do that. It's like, bruh, how you hungry? You don't know what you can eat. And I named off 8 restaurants. We just finna go to one, but I don't feel like that. I said, this is some real girl shit right now. This some real girl shit right now. I hate it here. But you know, to get to the point where these women, right, can feel safe. Because when you handling your man shit, that's when you get women that act like women. You know what I'm saying?
I agree to that to a certain extent.
You get women that act like women. And it's like, if you not, then it's like you're gonna get a woman that act like a dude. You can't be with a woman like, bro. When I was living in my apartment complex, I see how you got a boyfriend when you taking out the trash. It's 10 o'clock at night and you walk into the dumpster together. And you got a nigga out there with you.
But hey, man, let me push back a little bit on that, because what you're saying is absolutely correct when you're looking at things from the norm. But we're not dealing with the normal times. These women actually want those type of dudes, because if they do run into I don't want to say normal male, but a guy that's, that exudes the confidence and, a guy that handles their business, the women seem to can't handle that type of guy. That type of guy is exactly what we're talking about right now. To them, that's toxic masculinity. A regular, I'm going to just say regular acting, forget it, because ain't no nice way to say it. Guy is a threat because now he's trying to hold you down. He's trying to oppress you. He's trying to do all this other stuff. You looking like, no. Like you said, how you going to be sitting in the house while your girl taking out the garbage? That's the way we think. We're going to take out the garbage, whatever. We're going to jump and do this. We're going to make sure this is straight. This is our role. Nowadays, you hear it. They want to do away with gender roles and all this stuff. It's like, this stuff been going on, I don't know, long before I was born. We in a household, everybody has their role. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's the same way we do anything at the job. Everybody has their role to play at work, right? Okay. Nobody's complaining about that. You got the CEO, vice president, upper management, middle management, entry level, all that. Everybody plays their role. The company runs smoothly. There's no problem. Same should be with the house. Everybody play their role. Things will run smoothly in the house. But somewhere it got, boom, somebody threw a monkey wrench in there and it was like, no. That did no. Once again, I blame feminists because they come out, with this movement. It's almost, when you look at it, it's
You
like
can't blame all of it on feminists though.
No, I'm just saying, not all on the feminists, but the mindset. The mindset of
hard behind dudes responsible too.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying the mindset, the overall mindset.
I'm okay with that, and it's just like, bruh. Like
I mean, the overall mindset of I don't need a man for anything. I can do this on my own. That like that, and somewhere along the line, men just was like, well, the millennial man, they sat back and said, hey, sure, you can take the wheel.
But it's not also millennial men. I'm gonna tell you who this. Women be like, I can do it all on my own, and it be dudes that they deal with that don't care. I don't like you enough to take that stress off your shoulders, so I'm gonna continue to let you do it on your own. If you've been doing this on your own, I don't care, and you have to take that into account too, because there's a lot of men out there that just don't care. Like a woman's like, I've been doing this on my own, I've been paying this on my own, and you at this chick house every day, and you ain't gonna chip in. That's some bum dude shit. But at the same time, he don't care enough to be a man and help you out. So there's a lot of men that just don't care because that chick is not the one. Like if this dude is at your house every day and he ain't helping you pay a bill, it's not his responsibility to pay the bill, but it looks bad at him as a man because like you're using up resources of hers that she has to pay for. But at the same time,
that's when you go to the point of that woman allowing that as well.
Yeah, she's allowing.
You got women.
But he just got
women that's allowing that, and as a man, at least some men out there, not me particular, if you're gonna allow it, okay. If you're gonna let me sit here and not do nothing, and you're okay with that because you're just wanting me here physically in the physical, okay.
So I mean,
I agree with what you're saying. That still falls back on the man. You should have some type of feeling like, man,
some type of pride about yourself.
Right. Yeah. You shouldn't be just shacking up in this house and she doing everything. Let me get up and go fix that door that has that loud sound when it closes.
We're gonna tighten this door up.
Right. Let me go ahead and fix the things under the sink. She don't know that thing need to be twisted so ain't no water leaking in the back of the toilet.
Well, see, what I'm saying? That jumps into your head. Any type of real man, like you say, you do it without her asking. Because you see it yourself. You like, oh, that's gonna be a problem. Let me take care of that.
I see Chris that says you guys are a little traditional. And that's another problem. It's just like, oh, you guys are too traditional. No, there's a difference between handling your responsibilities, what you're taught of, because like what we were taught was from traditional men. Like my dad is a traditional man, so he taught me to be a traditional man. I don't know how to be any other way but a traditional man. My mama, I ain't never seen my mama take out the trash. The only time I ever see her take out the trash is her own little personal little trash can, and she might sling out the door once every while. But other than that, my mom don't bring the big trash can from the curb. She'll drag it out there every once in a while. And I mean every once in a blue moon, if me and my dad don't get to it before she feel like it need to be done, she'll drag it out there. But most of the time, it's either me and him that's doing it, right? Yeah. And so there's a line that needs to be drawn. It's like what need to stay traditional and what need to be progressively move forward, because progressive men can clean, progressive men can cook, progressive men can tidy up a house. You know what I'm saying? That's being a progressive man. But at the same time, you also need to have your traditional roles in a house. And that's the biggest problem. It's like everybody wants to blend in all the roles. And it's just like, bro, we don't need to blend in every role. We don't need to blend in that damn role. If you a man, and I don't touch the chat, I believe it.
And she don't. She don't have to. Zariah and Sam, they don't have to touch the trash at all. Because I'm a full believer, and this is just how I was raised, and the men that I was raised by said a woman should never have to touch the trash. That's something a man should do.
And you got a teenage boy too, so it's like, hey,
Right.
hey, what's that part of? Hey, what Telly say? That's
Right.
lower management. Lower management, get that trash out.
Yeah,
That's it. Get that trash out. That's lower management right there.
that way, my 15-year-old, hey, take the garbage out.
Yeah, but that's saying it's like,
Like,
bro, take the trash out. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's always a place for traditional, and I think there's always a place for you know to kind of blend gender roles a little bit, because I do think, like, as a man, you should know how to put together a meal, wash some damn clothes, and keep your house tight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what you should know how to do. That shouldn't fall on a woman, right? So there's why I say the gender lines should be able to get blurred. And yes, as a woman, even though we don't want our women to touch trash, hey, if I'm not home in time to get the trash out, she can at least take it to the curb. Or, you know what? I want my woman to at least be able to pop the hood and be like, hey, something wrong with this car. I don't know what's wrong with it, but something wrong with it. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll handle it from there.
I mean, yeah, Tiffany does that. She was like, something wrong. I'm like, oh, yeah, I do hear that.
At least check the air pressure in the tire. You know what I'm saying? They got a little thing out there right now. Is that, hey, this is what your air pressure. You put it on this little part right here, and it's a little digital thing will tell you what it is. Like, at least do stuff like that if I'm not available around to do it at the moment. But it's that you intertwine those gender roles, because it's like, at this moment I'm not do it. Can a traditional man? Yeah,
absolutely.
There'll be certain things out there that you don't need the whole in. So yeah, a traditional man can cry. Like there's something about that.
Of course we can, but society won't let us, because, hey man, like when you said earlier, Twitch went in, you know, held all that stuff inside, and he did what he did to himself. In society, even though we still talk about mental health, and it's cool for guys, you know, to be open, as soon as a guy open, they become a meme and made fun of. Let's be honest. Michael Jordan crying on his speech is a meme. Now, you see Jordan face on people's stuff and crying, you know, stuff like that.
I don't think that was an attack on Jordan crying, because it's like his Hall of Fame, like.
No, I ain't saying that was an attack on Jordan, but you see how they took him crying and used it funny. And made it funny. Made it, you know, a butt of a joke. You know, you see all these cats becoming memes, and it's like, dang, dude, I don't want to be a meme. I don't want people making fun of my pain, you know, because I'm hurting here. You know, I so happen to cry, and somebody caught the moment, and now it's a funny joke. You know, we got to get over that.
Hey, I'll tell you, here's the thing, right? Here's my only pushback to that. Here's the biggest issue. The problem is sometimes with Michael Jordan, that was like a very passionate speech. So, you know what I'm saying, we really can't be like, oh, this. But shit like this, right? Shit like the whole Tyrese thing. I get he was emotional, he was upset. But at a certain time, it's like, dude, not everything should be in the public eye either. You know what I'm saying? And that's another issue. We can't sit here and be like, oh, man can't cry. Man can cry. But get the hell off the internet doing it too. Like, why are you on the internet crying? It's like the whole Tyrese situation. Brother, I don't feel bad for you, because you keep going out here dating these ain't shit women and then be like, I can't see my daughter. Well, you left her for a younger, prettier chick on some short notice type vibes. Like, you pissed her off, dude. Like, what did you expect? Did you expect this to go well? Like, come on. Now you sit on the internet crying. It's just like, you could have cried.
Well, that's him seeing his kid, though. That doesn't have anything. One doesn't have everything with the other.
I am 100% holding people accountable, and I'm tired of men complaining about women being ain't shit. When you started dating her, she wasn't shit. When you started messing with her, she wasn't shit. And when you had a baby, you knew who she was before you had a baby. And then all of
that, man. I'm telling you, people don't come with warning labels. If you can read
you knew. Telling you knew.
Don't know. That's the thing, you don't know until it happens. Now you be like,
tell him, put your shirt on. Put your shirt on, man.
Hey, everybody get in fight. Take your shirt off.
Tell him
Well, I'm
that
just
right,
saying,
take the shirt off.
Hey,
look,
there's a certain part.
now, if
There's a
you
certain
knew,
part where
go
as a
ahead,
dude,
Jody.
get off the internet crying too, because it's like.
So to
and
Jody's
it's so-
point, because I understand where he's coming from. Because even when I see certain things online that men are out here being very emotional, and then they don't want nobody talking about them, they don't want nobody making memes of them. But like Jody said, you're getting online doing this.
You put it on
You
the
know what I mean?
internet.
You put it for everybody here to see. Tyrese put that out there for everybody to see. And then when he go to crying and then he getting talked about, then he want to give pushback. No, don't give pushback because you put it out here for us to see.
They'll be like, they're not taking care of my mental health. Same thing. Listen, I love Will Smith, but you should have got your stupid ass on that Red Table Talk. Like Jada messing with August was enough embarrassment. But for the fact that you got on her platform and sit there and let her have that conversation and put it out on the internet,
That's
like,
conversation that should have been.
That's the man. He walked himself into
got
that.
up there. If
That's
you had to
the
get your ass on that Red Table Talk, nobody would know the word entanglement right
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
But
Those
you did.
conversations are meant for behind
you
the
did.
doors.
Yeah, did I say Will Smith? He walked himself into that one. You know, you just open the door like, this is it. Of course, don't make fun of him, but you kind of open the door for you to be made fun of. Tyrese, hey man, he was just feeling it right there. That's an emotional thing, man.
Okay.
When a
How about
man
this?
person, when
What
somebody
about Chris
has you access to your child, hey man, that right then and there,
But
sometimes
Telly,
you
that is emotional, but he shouldn't have put it out there like that. This is
Okay,
where
what
the
about Chris
toxic
Rock?
masculinity to come up. We
Toxic
start seeing
masculinity
this
got us
stuff.
out here feeling bad for Chris Rock. We're like, oh my God, Will Smith did that to Chris Rock. But real men are like, ain't no way that nigga would have just hit me and I would have just let it slide. We would have been fighting.
Listen, I didn't feel sorry for Chris Rock because I was sitting up there like, shit, you a fool. Will man walked up and slapped me because I didn't see it coming.
First of all,
but his ass wasn't going to be walking back.
Again, Chris Rock, didn't your daddy ever tell you, don't you ever let a man get within arm distance of you? Like, you see this arm distance? You don't let no man get in arm distance of you.
I mean, you know my mama taught us that. She said, even if they look like they finna hit you, you hit them first. So it's been a lot of times I'm like, hey, he looked like he was gonna hit me. And knowing that
Hey, tell me out here starting fights for no reason.
He looked like he was gonna hit me. So I still on the worst. I live by that to this day. Like, oh man, hey, he looked like he was gonna hit me. I don't know. He had that look in his eye. So I'm for real, man.
Look at his eyes.
He had that look in his eyes.
He probably just coming to give you a hug, brother.
I wasn't no bad guy till I enforced court orders. Wow. He'd be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He'd be all right. Yeah, but did he die? Did he die?
That's another thing.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
You gotta be sure, man, because we look at Tyrese. Tyrese cried about seeing his kid. I seen some ain't shit dudes cry about not seeing their kid. Motherfucker, you ain't shit though. You know, you don't really care about that.
Is that a reason for the mama not to let them see her kid?
No, I'm saying he don't take it upon himself to try to see his kid. You know,
it's a lot crying over it.
But he crying over it, like trying to make it seem like she keeping the kid away from him. And to your point earlier, Jody, when you said dude should have known, Tyrese should have known she wasn't shit. We don't. Sometimes, you know, most of the time. Let me see how I'm gonna phrase this. If Tyrese saw her.
Shelly finna talk about his first baby mama.
No. If Tyrese would have saw her in a previous relationship, previous 1 or 2 relationships, and seen her behavior in those, and still went down that road with her, oh yeah, you deserve that. You deserve whatever you get. She gave you what she was about, because you know a lot of women do that exact thing. They'll see the dude over there how he really ain't shit, and you know how he
That's just bad
somehow
decision.
right. Well, that's poor mental. I
You know
don't know
what?
what you call it, but you still get with him because you think you're different. No, that's just him or that's just her.
But you know what though? To Chris' point, right? I want to point out something that I was taught a long time ago. Is that as a man, you never act or speak on your emotions in the moment. And I think that's what a lot of these dudes do. They act and speak on their emotions in the moment and then want people to be like, but it's okay to cry. Like, no, bro, it's really no, not for that. Listen, losing a family member, losing a loved one, going through a traumatic experience, like you get going through a divorce and having to give up your house or trying so hard at something and not kind of going it through. Those are times where like you feel like you have that weight on your chest. And if you cry, that is okay because you are going through a experience. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna cry, listen, cry to yourself, get it off your chest, listen to some sad music. But man, you got to get up and keep going after that. It was like them dudes that get on the internet always crying and always complaining. That shit look, I don't know the word. That shit look.
Hey, you know the words, you just can't say it. Just don't say it.
It just looks so bitch made, bro. It's like, bro, man up, like God, like stop crying, like I want to cry at least. I want to cry at least every Sunday afternoon, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? After looking at this fantasy football, I be wanting to shed a tear and cry, but it's like I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh.
Good morning, Erica.
Good morning.
Man, it's like this, dude. I told my little guy, and it's a story I got for you. It's happened about 2019, 3 years ago. My little man Tristan. We at the crib, and I tell him go take a shower. And he goes in there, and I'm looking at him because I can see right in there on him, and he's just crying. I'm like he's really losing it, and I'm thinking, oh shit, something happened. Hey man, what's going on? What's wrong? He crying because he couldn't lather up the loofah. And I was like, I pulled him out of there. I pulled him and set him down, and I was like, son, let me tell you something. It's okay to cry as a man. But that right there is never the instance to cry because you can't lather up the loofah. So we got hard water. It's hard water. That's number one. Number two.
Did you ask if it was a bigger problem?
No,
You got to ask if that a bigger problem. Is that the straw that broke the back? Is there a bigger problem that we need to be worried about?
That wasn't a bigger problem. But then I sat him down and say, son, that's why I'm here. You can ask me for help. And I will come in and help you. You don't sit here and keep crying over that. You save your tears for something. Somebody died. You know, you really hurt. That was his mama. See, his mom is a fucking nut. She gets on my fucking nerves with that shit. You know, like, it's okay to cry.
Tell don't be getting in your bag because you having flashbacks, Doc.
Oh, my bad. No, his mom, it's okay to cry. She goes around and tell people that when she was with me, she wasn't allowed to cry. I wouldn't let her cry. I look at her like, what the fuck is she lying on? Bitch, I cried during the Little Giants. So why would I stop you from crying?
And I'm like, little dudes will stress poor guy.
My man said I was dirty. I needed a good loofah up. This shit just wouldn't work.
But the next time he was over, here we go. The next time he was over, I told him take a shower. He went in there. This time he came out. He said, Dad, I got that feeling again. And he was almost crying. I said, okay, I'm going to help you. Now I'm like, now calm down, take deep breaths. He did. I like, this how you do it, son. Because we got the hard water, this how you do it. Never had a problem with him after that. He understood,
But hold
you
on,
know,
man.
that, hey, certain amount of time, certain times to cry, this ain't one of them. Don't,
Okay.
and I told him, don't stress over little stuff.
But you know what that also follows up to? It's a positive male role model in your life. Because as men, right, you have to be told, like, hey, manage your emotions. That's what I tell my nephew all the time. Manage your emotions. I had an incident. He wasn't crying, but he was real pouty, right? And he was like, was at a football game. He's sitting over there pouting. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He act like he don't want to talk. I say, and I calmly took a deep breath and I say, you can either come here or I can jump across this gate and snatch your black ass up over here. You can either come here, or I can embarrass you in front of all these people. Now, which one is going to be? So he walked his ass over there. I said, what's wrong with you? He said, you up here pouting right now. What's wrong with you? He's like, my feet hurt. I said, okay, why your feet hurt? Is the cleats too tight? Well, no, but I just get a chance to break them in. I said, when did I buy you these cleats? Tuesday. What's today? Saturday. So you had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You have 4 days to break these cleats in. And did you break them in? No. I said, then fix your damn face. These are the consequences of your actions. Fix your face. You better put a
Did you hit him with the fix your face? That's old school. Fix your face.
Fix your face. I don't give a damn. You have 4 days to do it, right? Yeah, and that's why you bothered me so much about getting them so early, so you could break them in. And what you didn't do, you didn't break them in. So fix your face. No, and you better go out there and make a tackle or something, man. Them too. Make them look great. I said, I've ever told you the stories of Booby Miles. He liked black. Black is beautiful. Black made Booby black because he's beautiful. Okay. Fix your face. And I told him, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear it because there's certain things that it's like I'm okay with you getting emotional about, but there's certain things you not finna get emotional about that. That's stupid. And it's like
that's one of my points too.
It's like no, bro. As men, we have to teach. And I tell my other people, like, bro, men who post, because social media has damaged so many people. Men who post feeling online, it's like, bruh, who hurt you today? Who hurt you today? Like, stop posting your every feeling online. Sometimes I want to post stuff. I take a deep breath. I go by my business for a few hours, and then that feeling of wanting to post it goes away, right? And what I did was I saved myself some embarrassment. But it's like the problem is men want that attention and sympathy, and like acting soft and bitch made is gonna make you look less manly.
Oh, they coming to get him now. He just said it.
Because I was trying to listen.
They finna cancel your ass. They finna cancel Jody. You can't say stuff like that nowadays. They cancel you. That's toxic. But that's so true. The social media
masculinity, but it's so true.
Facebook has become the new diary for everybody.
You know what? Diary. Tell you, I will go so far as to say this, right? And I promise you, right? I have plenty of gay people on my Facebook page.
I ain't nobody saying gay, but Jody took you there.
No, hear me out. I have plenty of gay people on my Facebook page. I'm cool with a lot of gay dudes, all right? I know gay men who post less about their feelings than straight dudes. It's like, bruh, how is it that the gays can manage their emotions better?
Oh, he said the gays.
Come on, bro.
Hey, man, just say goodbye to the audience.
Listen, it don't be adding up. I talked to one of them and I was like, he finally posted, he's like, bro, I'm having a day. And I was like, what happened? He was like, man, it's just a lot. I'm having a day. I just need to breathe. I need to take a deep breath, breathe, probably take a shot, but I'm having a day. And I was like, you know, it's crazy that you'll post, I'm having a day. Yeah, these so-called men over here will post the whole damn paragraph. It's like, see, this goes back to show you, then it ain't always about gay and straight. This is a man who knows how to manage his emotions versus a man, you know what I'm saying, who don't know how to manage his emotions. And it ain't got nothing to do with gay and straight. Because I'm telling you right now, the crazy part about it in today's society, that it's more straight men that are 10 times more sensitive than the gay niggas. And that's the shit that be tripping me out. That ain't even got nothing to do with gay and straight. It's these straight dudes out here that be more sensitive and more feminine than these gay dudes. This shit be wild to me. I be like, boy, what's going on? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. That's all I can say is yeah.
That's all I can. I blame Lil Wayne. That's all I can say.
Whoa. Wait
What? Hey, wait a minute. Hey,
why is
hey,
we blaming Lil Wayne?
wait, hey, you got too much.
Oh, well, my bad. I
Don't
just
do
don't
that.
blame him. I blame Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty.
Hey, there
Anybody
you
with
go.
Roll in their name. I blame them all. Wearing
yeah,
skinny
they-
jeans and shit like that.
They bited off of him
Yeah.
and turned it a whole different way. Don't blame Wayne for that.
Hey, yeah, because we ain't gonna talk about Lil Uzi Vert around here with a belly button piercing and his girlfriend defending him. Like, what? We ain't gonna talk about Lil Yachty around here. Got his whole brand of fingernail polish. Like, boy, what?
Yeah,
what?
don't blame Wayne for that. That ain't on Wayne.
Hey, Wayne, the first one to wear skinny jeans, so I blame him. Shit.
Yeah, but Wayne ain't painting his nails. I remember back in our rap days,
Oh,
we used to
hey.
drink crunk juice out of gasoline bottle because that was a thing. Don't act like you didn't know.
Hey, man. They got on Floyd about that, not taking a picture with that dude because he had fingernail polish on him, on his fingernails.
That's a personal preference. Just like they got mad at Genuine because he didn't want to do the whole face kissy thing with the transgender lady guy.
Oh, you remember when they lost their mind over there?
Y'all can get mad. That man didn't want to take the picture. He didn't want to take the picture.
Hey, man.
I wouldn't want to take a picture with a booger wolf. I ain't discriminating. That's just my preference. I ain't taking a picture with a booger wolf.
Yeah. We all got our preferences. We all got our preferences.
Okay, B, let me ask you a question, right? As a dad, right? What is your approach to when you're talking to Xavier, right? The youngest one, right? And he's what, 4 or 5? 5 now? 4? Right. So as a 4-year-old, right? 4-year-olds are emotional. It don't matter boy or girl, they're emotional about everything. So what's your way of dealing with his emotions when he has an emotional moment?
First off, I got to assess the scene.
Okay.
Because I can come in and be a little bit drastic because of how I feel and how I think. And because of how I feel and how I think, a lot of things ain't that serious. So the only example I can give, let's say the other day he was getting ready to cry because he couldn't beat a level on the game.
Okay.
And I have to sit him down and be like, hey, it's gonna be hard. All you got to do is keep playing it and eventually you're going to beat it. But there's no reason you should be sitting here crying, like bawling out tears, having a straight up emotional attack because you can't get past the roadblock stage. There's no reason for you to be crying. You need to save that emotion for something that emotion should be forward. Just because you can't do it does not mean you need to be out here and all out bawling. You know what I'm saying? And that's an issue that we're going through with Xavier. He just wants to cry and whine. Like, if he can't put his shoes on right the correct way, he wants to whine about it. If he can't get enough toothpaste on his toothbrush, he wants to whine about it. Going to bed, because Lord, we ain't supposed to. So he want to be up all night with the rest of the world, but he wants to cry about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that, I mean, he's 4, like you mentioned, he's 4. So this is the time where he's going to be more emotional about every single thing. But how my approach is, like I said, I got to assess the situation because sometimes I can come in very harsh and be like, shut that noise up. You know what I mean?
Do you explain to him like, hey, bro, you crying about going to bed, but I'm trying to put you to bed so I can go to goddamn sleep. Nigga, I'm trying to go to sleep.
And I've said something like that to
right
that
after you.
Right. And I've said it to that extent. And you got to, as a parent, you got to talk around some of that stuff. If you go to bed, daddy going to bed, we all going to bed. It's not just you going to bed. You got to talk those type of talks in your child's ear. But like I said, I approach it as be like,
go to
bed. But I just approach it as and let them know, like, there's certain things you don't have to cry about. There are certain things you really don't have any type of emotion about. Also explain to him about being aware of his emotion and why he's having an emotion. And that's not just for him, that's for all the kids in our house. I have this big ordeal about emotion clouding your judgment. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that stuff in check. you got to put that stuff in check, especially during certain situations. Certain situations, and this is just my opinion, certain situations shouldn't have no emotion attached to it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to think. You got to be able to move around. You got to be able to do some stuff without emotion. And having emotion can make you do something you probably wouldn't do if you didn't have the emotion. You actually thought out the whole situation in the process. So that's how I not just with Xavier, that's with all the kids in our house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to take this and they quit to go to the emotion. You know what I mean? And us as humans, and it's embedded in us, you quit to just go to emotion. And then once the emotion go away, then you finally be like, oh, okay, I could have did it this way. I could have said this, and it would have been a lot better. But because you're in being emotional, you know what I'm saying? You letting that cloud what you think, you letting that cloud your decision. And now you got other hurdles you got to go through because of that emotion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And how I come about it in my household, I know it seemed like, oh, you just don't want us to be emotional. You don't want to cry. No, that's not it. That's not it. I honestly feel that if we're in that emotional state, we can't get what we need to get done. You know what I'm saying? We can't think strategically about what we need to do. Because if we continue to be in this state, how can we get anything done around here being emotional? You know what I mean? So also, a lot of times I tell them, I was like, I'm gonna let y'all have y'all pity parties or emotional. I'll let y'all do that. When y'all ready to handle business, come holler at me when that emotional stuff is done, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I approach it. To answer your question, I'm not one of the people that be like, you shouldn't cry, son. No, that's not who I am. No, there's a reason to cry. There's a reason to cry for certain things. But
that's all I say. There's a reason. There's a time
there's a reason. It's a time for this stuff.
I think
not every damn second, like, and the milk ain't cold in my cereal. No, hey, come here.
Right.
Come here.
Yeah, man.
Hey, but like also, it's understanding yourself, and the older they get, you know what I'm saying? Because I be like that at work. I be working on something, and I get so mad, and I start to like kind of slam stuff. But then I'll be like, take a deep breath, look at your clock. It's 12:48. You ain't had lunch yet. Let me go grab something to eat. Let me stop, focus.
Eat a Snickers because you're not even you hungry.
Yeah.
You know, Jody's that commercial.
Yeah, I am, bro. Listen, that's the thing. It's like understanding who I am as a person, how to deal with stuff, because it's like, okay, it's 12:48.
Right.
You ain't had lunch yet. Let me go eat, step away from this, come back with, like B said, with a clear head. Because right now I'm just mad that this ain't working, and I'm getting frustrated, and I'm not thinking clearly. And I went out, got lunch, came back, realized, like, you know what, this your fault because you've been trying to put this thing on backwards, right? Put it on right, and got done in like another 30 minutes, and then I left. You know what I'm saying? So it's.
And using the word "man up," I've said it before.
No,
I've said that before. However, I don't like to say it. I don't like saying that. I don't like saying that. I like to. I don't want to. Why am I telling a young child to man up when I'm here to teach him how to be a man? You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that myself, being a father. You know, because I ain't gonna lie, I've said that before, but I had to backtrack and think about it. How am I telling this child to be the man up when I'm here to teach him how to be a man? He can't man up if he hasn't been taught to be a man. I got to teach this child how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So me saying man up to a child that don't know, you know what I'm saying? They don't know. I can't say that. So I have to take a step back of saying stuff.
I don't use the term man up. I say toughen up.
I'll say man up. Like Javion's 4.
Because I deal with a girl.
13-year-old, right?
What's that?
You got a teenager, right? Yeah, teenager.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, 13. Yeah.
13.
Elijah 13. Yeah, Elijah 13.
Boys get around 13, 14. Because Telly got teenage boys. I'm dealing with my nephew.
No, I got a teenage boy and a teenage girl.
You know what I'm saying? You got a teenage boy. I got a 12-year-old. No, but when you get that age, it's time to start manning up. You walking into your manhood now, man. Like, we ain't finna be dealing with all this sensitive shit. Like, man.
I mean, yeah, well, toughen up.
No,
I say toughen up.
Man up.
I got
a 13-year-old girl, and she not a man. I can't say woman up.
Her expectation is A. But my sisters tell my other nieces, I've heard women tell the other girls, like, hey, No, shut up. Put your big girl panties on. Shut up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
So
That's fine.
it's you know what I'm saying? He's 12. He's not a man. You're right. He's not a man, but he need to start walking in the way of one. That's what we're raising you to be. So at certain times,
Thank
like
you, Chris.
that,
He's not a man, Chris. You're right.
he's not a man, but he's walking in the way of one, and you need to start acting like one. So your feet hurt because you didn't break your cleats in, and it's called dealing with the consequences of your actions. Your actions, right, cause you to have hurt feet today. Suck it up, because this is your fault. This ain't nobody else's fault but your own. This is your fault. Suck it up. You'll be okay. You had
And you're not wrong.
You had
You're
94 whole hours to do this, and you chose not to. So guess what? As a man, we take our lumps, we move along, and we don't let it happen again. Man up. Shut up complaining because you didn't see yourself.
You're right at what you're saying, but I'm not gonna tell a kid to man up. Now, if when he become an adult, and he's showing me that he don't want to man up, then at that point, hey boy, you need to man up. This is how do we raise you?
Okay, so at what age do we to say that they're not a kid?
And then let me tell you why I say something. I say that. The reason I say that is because we as parents, including women, we as parents, we can't be putting the mindset in these kids that they're adults. We can't be doing that. And I only state that because when my father was in the household, I wasn't the man of my house. I was a 13, 14-year-old boy. There's no way I can handle the struggles of an adult or handle the stresses of an adult. And my mother told me that you are not the man of my house. This is my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put that stress on a young child about man, because no, they don't carry the burdens us men carry. They don't have to wake up in the morning, get up and leave their household and provide for the household. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to throw out man up to a 13, 14-year-old boy when his mindset should be still on a 13, 14-year-old. Now, toughen up. I like that. I like toughen up. But I'm not going to strictly put out the word man up to a boy that ain't a man yet. Now, if he a man and he's struggling, bro, you need to man up. You need to man up. Tuck in your nutsack and let's man up. Because I can talk to him as a man. But as a boy, I'm not going to put the stress of him being a man when right now that's my job. My job is to be the man to show you how to be the man. But I'm not going to put that on his plate. I'm not going to put that on his plate of being a man when he's 13, 14 years old. Now, you say at what age can you come out and say that? I say about around the 17, 18-year-old age. Because at that time, I mean, your mind is still developing. Around that age is when you can be like, hey, man up, my boy.
Okay, I got one. I get what you're saying, right? And it okay, I see what you say, not saying man up, right? So would it be fair, especially with your teenagers? We're gonna stick to the teenagers. Would it be fair to say, instead of saying, hey, you need to toughen up, it's like, hey, you need to conduct yourself like a man, because this is not what men do. We don't cry about stuff that we messed up. So you need to start conducting yourself as a man. So instead of saying man up, maybe say conduct yourself as a man, as a young man. As a young man. I don't want to say just man. I would say young man, but I would say that would be okay to say. But just plain old saying man up, like putting some type of statue on it, nah. I would say young man at that point.
Yeah, I say young man. It's like
I did ask him what's wrong. You pouting because your feet hurt. That was the conclusion of the conversation. Is that what's wrong? You upset because your feet hurt? Oh, okay. Well, fix your face. I don't know what to tell you.
You know,
you
it's like
correct this mistake and you didn't.
We grab our kids, our young men, young sons. Like for me, when I was my first marriage, we all go to the grocery store and we all come back. And I would tell my boys, I would say, hey, we are the guys in the house. When we jump out this car, we take the groceries in. Ashley should not have to carry anything in. We're going to take them in, because we're the guys in the house. Because her son would just jump out and go straight in the house. I'm like, where you going, partner? Come here. No. you gonna help do this. We the guys of this house. Even
First
now,
of all,
my boys do the same. Now they get out, they go straight to the back of the truck and grab the bags. I don't have to tell them anymore.
I can't express to you how hard the back of my head would have been smacked if I would have just walked my happy ass in the house after grocery shopping.
Everybody grab the groceries in my house. Everybody can get some.
I can't express to you how hard the back of my head would have been hit. I promise you, the only person that's not carrying groceries is the ones who paid money for them. That's on everything. And they,
when I came, my brother, we all, my mama used to go big old cases, 20-pound cases of meat. Every swinging, binging, everything was on my, everybody grabbing a case and we filing out like ants.
Hey, you know what, Chris, here's the thing though. Growing up, it wasn't nothing but a bunch of boys though. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how we were. It was always us boys all the time. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around a bunch of boy cousins. So we went, listen, I ain't give a damn if I was grocery shopping with EJ Mama. If EJ Mama went grocery shopping, I had no other expectation than when she parked that car, go back there and grab some groceries. Because I didn't want to get my head slapped. There wasn't no if and a bus about it. I ain't want no smoke not grabbing no groceries. And you better grab something heavy too. You better grab
You couldn't grab the bag of chips and be like, I got mine.
What Chris said, everybody grab some groceries.
Well, you know what? I do it now because I make my niece grab some stuff too. Hey, grab some. You know what I'm saying? But when we was growing up, bruh, better not grab nothing light. That bread, them eggs, leave them. You know what I'm saying? You better grab the cold stuff and you better grab the heavy stuff. I know that.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy.
Oh,
it's
man.
true.
Well, that was good. Normally carry them, but
yeah, she normally don't take them. She only put them up. I don't. I put them up and I walk away. I walks away. I don't do that.
Because there's one thing you never want to mess with is the grocery filing system. That'll get your ass cussed out.
Hey, so y'all that's all they finna jump in that talk was on B got some gender roles. I'm pretty sure Sam got a way that she want this shit put up, so B ain't finna mess with it and he understands.
Exactly.
I put them on the counter and I walk away.
Me both. I don't be like, Tiffany be like, why are you in my kitchen? I'm just passing through.
That's because I got to move through the kitchen to get to the living room.
Hey, we ever see you on the podcast with some hater blockers on that we know you was in the kitchen putting up stuff again, She got you.
For real.
She beat his ass in there putting up groceries. Look at you. What you think, you grown? You don't sit your ass down, so.
For real, no. I get out the way. I'll bring them in, but I get out the way after the fact.
Yeah.
That was a great conversation today. I appreciate everybody in the comments. Appreciate everybody, filing in. Shout out Samantha, Chris, Miss Erica pulling up. What we got next on the docket? Homo. We got Jimbo cooking for us this week.
Yeah, I think Jimbo is cooking on the 22nd and the 23rd. Let me see.
Bam, let's get it. Let my boy Jimmy promo.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, I think he's doing it.
Right there.
Yeah, Thursday and Friday is the hatch with strong catering. They got the grit bowl, the classic bowl with cheese, grits, eggs, and bacon for $10. Ooh.
The grit bowl.
Buns.
I love the name of that menu every single time. In between the buns. Can I get
the buns?
Between the buns.
We got the biscuits and gravy. You got a classic with a hatch yard twist, and you get a choice of sausage or chicken sausage. Okay. And then you got your regular size. You got your country potatoes, your fruit bowl, and your egg. So y'all get in contact with Jimbo. He has been selling out, so pre-orders are recommended. So he has been selling out. Pre-orders are
Congratulations to that selling out. I like that.
Yeah, man, they are doing fantastic. So
I wish I was closer.
Man, listen, I tell them all the time. Boy, if I was there, you get my money every day for breakfast. You hear me?
I've been making deals with them. You take Link, baby. You take EBT, Come on, let me run it.
I'll be there. Boy, I tell you what, boy.
Hey, brother, I'm black. I try to get, try to barter.
Oh, my goodness.
Black people
That's
gonna use
old school.
government. Black people gonna use that government census every single time. Like,
Hey,
hey,
it's some food, baby. Hey, I'll buy the ingredients. You cook. How about that?
Right. So, y'all also check out all of our social media handles: TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, of course, and Instagram. Hey, we appreciate all the love and all the things that you guys do for us by sharing and liking.
Huh?
What was you doing with your leg up in there, man? What the?
Hey, we gonna just leave that alone because I wanted to ask, but I'm like, no,
I was stretching, bro. I was like,
let's go leave it alone. Let's go leave it alone. Any other announcements we got? I don't think
no, that's it. We'll after this, we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all next year.
Is it next year?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, next Saturday's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, because next Saturday's
that's
Christmas
like
Eve.
Yeah, next Saturday's Christmas Eve, and next Saturday that and New Year's Eve, and I plan on being outside.
I mean, we'll see that Wednesday, won't we?
Huh?
We'll see on Wednesday, won't we?
Hold on, we off for the rest of the year too.
Oh, I didn't know, man. Y'all got to send me the memos, man.
Oh, the memos be sent. You just don't be getting them.
I'm busy.
You be nasty.
I swear, wrestling season got me going bananas.
Yeah, I feel you.
Oh yeah, we got shout out Impact. We're gonna play our Impact thing, right? Shout out Coach A Impact. He coming back soon too. Play this little video for my boy. Why he not here?
What's your style? My style? You can call it the art of fighting without fighting.
Heavenly Father is heaven, God of my weapon is all that I got for me to believe in. Often looking in the mirror, so seeking, trying to find a reason to keep on breathing. In the eyes of a lonely man, there's never the hope that tomorrow will come. Are you waiting patiently for the return of your prodigal son while everyone's calling me done? Empty bottles and guns, pillars of smoke blowing out of me lungs. You open your gate for the ones they forsake. Make case, don't wait, I gotta be one.
Shout out the Impact Podcast.
Oh, I love that. He used that Bruce Lee into the dragon quote. I like that.
Yeah.
Love me some Bruce.
Yeah. Also, if y'all haven't seen it, please go check out the interview with Bernard Gooden. It's a 941 legend out there that went to Tennessee University. We're gonna play the promo for that as well. Y'all please go check that out on YouTube, exclusively on YouTube. And check out, the man with the plan. It's a very great interview. Get to know that brother. So y'all check that out if you haven't. Here go the promo.
Hey man, I'm from East Brady, man. I'm from the 44 quarters, red quarters, man. Football was always my passion, man. I don't give a damn about no NFL. I want you to get that degree. Now, why are we doing this?
Shout out to Wakeland and shout out to Manatee.
Yes.
Go Canes, go.
Let's go, man. Go Canes, go, man. Cane pride never dies. You see it, man. You see it, man. I was recruited by everybody in the country.
I'm gonna get a little messy.
Man, ain't nobody thinking about no Florida Gators, man. This is Tennessee high over here, man. Paid $4 million, they took a snap.
I'll steal from my mama before I steal from you.
Tennessee University.
Greatest all time. Come on, man. Strong. Come on, man. Family. Come on, man.
Yes, that is Bernard Gooden, ladies and gentlemen. Please go check out that interview. Brother is highly intelligent, man. It's great sitting down with that brother and getting to know him. We got to get him on the family barbecue. We got to get him on Hands too. That brother wild, man. That brother wild.
He come hang out.
We got to get him on Hands.
He come hang out.
Yeah, we got to get him on Hands. But I think that's it, man. Like Jody said, we probably see y'all next year. Happy holidays, man. And one thing I want y'all to think about going into this holidays is think about someone else. You know what I mean? Think about someone else that's out still working. Think about that mother that probably couldn't buy what she wanted to buy for a child, or that father that couldn't buy what that child what he wanted to. Express love. You know what I'm saying? As y'all, roaming your towns, roaming your streets on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's, just be mindful of other people. Be mindful of other people and the things that they go through. A lot of people ain't got what we got. You know what I mean? So let's keep that in mind in this holiday season. Let's be nice to one another. Let's hug on each other. Conjugate and be happy. You know what I'm saying? And just remember that God holds it all at the end of the day. And as his children, we should be more like him. So that's my Creed's corner today, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
That's my Creed's corner. But hey, I'm B the
CEO.
And we got Mr. Who Loves You, Baby, Telly, and then Mr. Stokes. Y'all know all his names. I'm not finna get into all the names. Y'all know all his names. Hey, we love you guys. We appreciate you. Like, share, and subscribe. And we will see y'all in 2023. Blessings.
Nobody overtake this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good.